Hello, Fresh Direct? Oh, Scott, okay, you ready to do this? Okay, let's go. We're going viral, baby. Good evening, and welcome to Bay Street Theater's 2020 Virtual Gala Telethon. I am your host, Richard Kind. I'm your virtual host, and we hope that you are staying safe and healthy. We are here to provide you with a bit of fun, some great music, and raise some funds for a place that's near and dear to my heart, the theater, and specifically Bay Street Theater. I am a proud board member at Bay Street Theater, and tonight, hopefully you'll consider donating a few dollars, or more than a few dollars. And because of COVID and the food insecurity that's arisen in Bay Street's own backyard, tonight, our goal will be to feed both body and soul, literally, by donating 10% of the proceeds raised to John Bon Jovi's Soul Kitchen, that's literally serving thousands of our neighbors who are currently food insecure. So tonight, you'll be donating to both Broadway and rock and roll. Now, in the past few years, Bay Street has celebrated Broadway musicals by the decade by having an event out on the pier. And at our galas, we choose different decades. As you can see from my jacket, it's the 70s. The 70s, a glorious time. Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, and of course, Pet Rocks. There were also some great musicals that came out of this decade with songs that still remain our favorite. So in keeping with the 70s style theme, Bay Street decided to hold a 70s style telethon. But then we remembered, the theater isn't yet able to open, so I just snuck in. I'm going to be quarantining here for 14 days all by myself. I'm working on a revival of Hal Holbrook's one-man show, Mark Twain Tonight. And I've ordered some food delivery from Fresh Direct, which should get here, I hope, in the next hour. And I put together this whole place myself, huh? So what do you think? Okay, this is where I've been sleeping, and I'm going to be sleeping for the next 2 weeks. See, I always think I look better on stage left. You get the idea. We got matters to get into place. Let's get this thing rolling. I got some really cool props backstage. I got this whiteboard and hopefully a pen to add up all of the donations. Oh, and I got these lovely prop phones, you see. Hello, Fresh Direct? No, it's Richard Kind. Oh, Ben! Oh, it's Ben Vereen. Listen, Ben, I would love to talk. I'm waiting for Fresh Direct, and to be honest, I don't want to tie up these phones because we're waiting for donations.
You ordered something from the 70s.
Well, hell yeah.
Well, there's nothing more 70s than this.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh. Oops. Join us, leave your fields to flower. Join us, leave your cheese to sour. Join us, come waste an hour or two. Doodly-doo, journey to a spot exciting, mystic and exotic. Journey through our Antarctic review. We got magic to do just for you. Miracle parts to play, parts to perform, hearts to warm, kings and things to take by storm as we go along our way, go along our way. Psst. Intrigue, plots bring disaster, humor handled by the master, romance, sex presented pastorally, diddly-dee, illusions, fantasies will study, battles, barbarous and bloody, but join us, sit where everybody can see. perform, hearts to warm, kings and things to take by storm as we go along our way. We go along our way. Enjoy.
Wow. Thank you, Ben, for that terrific rendition of my up-tempo audition song, Magic to Do from Pippin by Stephen Schwartz. Now, Pippin was Stephen's first musical on Broadway, though his musical Godspell was already wowing audiences off-Broadway at the Cherry Lane Theater. And he wrote the English lyrics to Leonard Bernstein's The Mass, which had opened at the Kennedy Center. So you look back at musicals from the 70s. There were three big writers who premiered multiple musicals on Broadway that decade, and all three would change musical theater. You got Stephen Schwartz, and you got Stephen Sondheim. He premiered many of his groundbreaking classics with Hal Prince in the 70s, Company, Follies, Little Night Music, Pacific Overtures, and Sweeney Todd. Stephen Schwartz became the first composer-lyricist in history to have three shows running concurrently on The Great Bright Way: Pippin, Godspell, and The Magic Show. There's two guys named Steve, and then we got this British guy who came over, Andrew Lloyd Webber, and he premiered two of his shows, Jesus Christ Superstar and Evita. So all three of these writers really made history and moved the art of the musical theater forward in exciting new ways. Excuse me for a minute, I should take these because I'm waiting for delivery. Hello, Fresh Direct? Yeah, it's Rich. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's another Steve. He never composed a musical as far as my knowledge, but he's somebody very important to Bay Street.
Welcome to our 2020 virtual gala. We had planned to host you by the water in Sag Harbor this summer, but that will have to wait until next year, which, by the way, will be our 30th anniversary season. This is a trying time for all of us. At Bay Street, we are deeply disappointed that our artistic mission had to be put on pause this summer, but we are looking forward to being back in the theater next year. Help us build a bridge to our 30th season by making a gala contribution to Bay Street so that we can once again bring the best in live theater to the East End. You can donate at baystreet.org or by calling or texting the options below. We hope to see you back in the theater soon. Stay well, and thank you so much for your support of Bay Street.
Thank you, Steve, and thank you for all that you do. And one day, maybe you'll write a musical. Why don't you musicalize what you just said? Anyway, getting back to the musicals of the 70s, producers decided on one-word titles for some reason, that maybe they could save money on advertising costs or light bulbs. I don't know, to cheap bastards. They're producers. Okay, so let's think of the shows that have one-word titles. You got Chicago, Pippin, Grease, Applause, Company, Follies, Godspell, Annie, Evita, Working, and The Wiz. Okay, The Wiz is, yes, it's two words, but you get rid of that article and you walk down 42nd Street in the 70s and you're gonna see a different kind of show. Oh, please be Fresh Direct. If this is Fresh Direct, this is Rich.
Hello, Rich. This is Cher.
Cher? Oh my God. Oh, Cher, I'm such a fan.
I'm actually Cher from the 1970s.
Oh, from the 1970s. No wonder you sounded different, because your voice hasn't had any work done yet. Anyway, things are happening in two periods at once. 1970s, Cher, can I ask you something?
You can ask me anything, Richard.
Can I ask you to introduce our next performers?
Of course. Ladies and gentlemen, with a short medley from Jesus Christ Superstar and Godspell, here are the immensely talented Josh Young and Hunter Parrish, who starred in the recent Broadway revivals of these shows.
When wilt thou save the people, O God of mercy, when? Not kings and lords, but nations, not thrones and crowns, but men. Flowers of thy heart, of thine are they. Let them not pass like weeds away. Their heritage, a sunless day. God save the people.
My mind is clearer now. At last, all too well, I can see where we all soon will be. walked away. You become no matter more than the things you say.
When wilt thou save the people? Oh God of mercy, when the people are the people, not thrones and crowns, but
Listen, Jesus, I don't like what I see. And all I ask is that you will listen to me. And remember, I've been your right-hand man
save
all
the
along.
people from despair.
You have set them all on fire. They think they found the new Messiah. And they'll hurt you when they find they're wrong. They'll find they're wrong.
Out of the ruins and rubble, out of the smoke, out of our night of struggle, can we see a ray of hope? One pale thin ray, reaching for the day. We can build a beautiful city. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. We can build a beautiful city, not a city of angels, but we can build a city of man.
When your trust is all but shattered,
When your faith is all but killed, you can give up bitter and battered, or you can slowly start to build.
we can build,
build
a beautiful
a
city.
beautiful city.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
build
We can
a
build
beautiful
a
city.
beautiful
City
city.
of angels,
But finally, a city of man.
Guys, that was great. Thanks so much. You sound great. Listen, I got to tell you, I hate this pandemic, but not having to be under a hot tent in a jacket or those fancy clothes, I'm okay with this. In any case, let's hear from the artistic director of Bay Street Theater, Scott Schwartz.
Thanks, Richard. And thank you all so much for watching our Starry Night Gala. I've been having a great time so far. I wanted to talk to you to say, first of all, how honored I am to be the artistic director here at Bay Street. This is my 7th summer, and it's been a great ride every year so far. I'm so proud of all the work we do on our main stage, bringing amazing artists here to Sag Harbor to create their works for us, supporting new works, supporting new takes on great musicals, and bringing classics to life every year. I'm also proud of the way we serve our community year-round and are a gathering place for Sag Harbor, and we so look forward to being a live gathering place very soon again. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is our educational programming. You know, this gala, a lot of it is going to go to support our education programs. We have a robust and innovative internship program, which includes artists and actors and technicians, and they create their own show every summer, and they learn so much, and many of those interns have gone on to major careers in our industry and certainly others. We have summer camps, we have education programs for local youths, we have education programs for adults, and we really try to be a place that uses art and uses theater and uses the performing art to encourage dialogue and learning and new experiences for everyone. So we have someone who's participated in some of our education programs who's going to speak to you now.
Hi, I'm Gianna Funes, part of the first acting apprenticeship of 2019, and I just wanted to talk about how important Bay Street is to me. It really affected me in the sense of prepared me more than I had anticipated, not only with the work itself, but with the conversations, guest actors, just working with Jack O'Brien and Scott and Will, those moments of creative conversation and honest dialogue, support and love for the craft. So I definitely am thankful for all those times and memories that I had with them, and wouldn't have had it without the Bay Street internship. So thank you, Bay Street, for all those memories that you gave me this summer.
As a young person interested in the arts, having a supportive, inclusive, and professional theater community has meant so much to me. Bay Street has created so many opportunities for me to expand my abilities as a student, as a leader, and as a performer. I've been a student in their master classes in teen programming, I've been an instructor in their children's camps, I've sat in on auditions to understand how the process works from behind the scenes, and I've auditioned for them myself. So what Bay Street has created is a place where young people can be involved in every aspect of the professional theater world. I'm so grateful for everything I've learned at Bay Street and all the opportunities I've been given, and I look forward to many more memorable experiences in the future.
The children's learning programs at Bay Street are just so vital to the community. It gives us a place for our kids to learn about theater, to write and to act and to direct plays.
Bay Street has the most outreach to members of the community other than the actual audiences for the major productions.
Please support Bay Street. Donate, please.
Hey guys, please give to Bay Street.
Hey, let's don't kick the bucket. Let's fill the bucket, shall we? Come on, every donation counts.
Step and repeat. Step and repeat. Step, 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 step and repeat.
Bay Street, a magnet for talent. Oh, pardon. Hello, Fresh Direct? Isaac? Isaac, the delivery guy? Oh. Okay, well, listen, could you hurry it up because I'm expecting some frozen food from Fresh Direct and it's gonna melt.
Hi, everybody. Isaac Mizrahi here. Just sending love. I hope you all are wearing your most fabulous evening attire. I know I am. Yeah, right. It's called pajamas. The Pajama Gala. Mwah. See you soon, I hope. Love.
Well, we think alike, Isaac. Thanks. Bye-bye. Fresh Direct? Oh. Wow, that's even better. Thanks, Steve. Okay, listen. Okay, Bay Street's Board of Trustees has agreed to match the first $50,000 raised dollar for dollar. So, that means you give us $1 now. That equals $2 when we need it, okay? Or one car equals 2 cars, or 1,000 equals $2,000. You know, you get what I mean. Oh, jeez. Hello? Oh, Raul, thanks for calling. Oh, this is great. Okay, we finally get to sound time, okay? Sung by none other than the multi-Tony-nominated actor and singer, my friend Raul Esparza, singing from Stephen Sondheim's Sweeney Todd and Pacific Overtures. Take it away.
Pretty women, fascinating, sipping coffee, dancing. Pretty women are a wonder. Pretty women sitting in the window, standing on the stair. Something in them cheers the air. Pretty women, silhouetted, stay within you, glancing, stay forever, breathing lightly. Pretty women, blowing out their candles or combing out their hair. Even when they leave, they still are there. They're there. Pretty lady in the pretty garden, can't you stay? Pretty lady, we got leave and we got paid today. Pretty lady with the flower, give a lonely sailor half an hour. Pretty lady, can you understand a word I say? Don't go away. Pretty lady, you're the cleanest thing I've seen all year. I sailed the world. Pretty lady, you're enough pretty lady, can you, pretty lady, I'm a minor lady, pretty lady with the flower. Give a lonely sailor half an hour. Pretty lady in the pretty lady in the pretty lady in the pretty lady. Why can't you stay? I sail the world for you. Don't go away.
Wow, that was terrific. A triptych of Raoul's. Pardon me a second. I'm calling Tracy Mitchell, Executive Director at Bay Street Theater. Tracy?
Hey, Rich.
Go ahead, talk.
Oh, thanks, Rich. And thank you to all of you for joining us tonight. A very special shout out to our Board of Trustees, our patrons, subscribers, volunteers, and staff, all of whom are so dedicated to us and support us year after year. Also, I want to thank all of the actors who have tread Bay Street's boards for 29 years. Next up, we'd like to pay special tribute to a very special group of actors, the East End Special Players, led by Jackie Leader.
The East End Special Players, what we're trying to do is enhance the lives of people with certain needs and disabilities. Even though you have a disability, you have, in a way, so much ability, and that's why I think the arts, especially acting, is so important for that.
Here is my famous quote: "Fear is just another reason to work harder."
They're learning to get up on that stage and not be afraid. We performed at the beautiful Bay Street Theater, which I think all of the actors love the most. Also, we've performed in New York City, and we've performed at schools. High school students were so accepting, and after seeing the performances, they were in awe. Every individual player of the East End Special Players is honored by Bay Street Theater, and I hope that whatever we can do for Bay Street Theater, we will do with grace and love, and they will all profit from us, as we will from them, for sure.
Theater is important to me, and I think to the community in general, because it lifts the human spirit.
It encompasses as many people as possible. By the diversity of the programs we offer, the opportunity to see the greatest thing that God ever created, live theater.
Donate now!
Please give to Bay Street, now.
Please support Bay Street. Bay Street is the heart of the community.
Step, 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 step.
We are lucky right now because somebody I adore. She was here at Bay Street in a funny thing happened on the way to the Forum. She's a star on Broadway. I knew her when. Jackie Hoffman. Here she is. Hi,
Bay
Jack.
Street. Hi, Richard.
We're talking musicals. You love musicals. 70s musicals. What's your favorite musical from the 70s?
Well, I'd have to go with Evita, Evita.
Okay, Evita. It's a great show. Love it.
Evita, you can't beat her. I mean, a woman who sleeps her way to the top, dies of cancer, and then her body gets stolen for 17 years. You can't write that.
You can't write that kind of
No, you
stuff. They
can't.
don't write that stuff anymore.
No.
Did you see Evita?
I did see Evita. I saw it with my
Yeah.
late parents, and my dad bought me the vinyl album in the lobby.
Wow, paid a fortune.
I still have
Really?
it. It has a booklet.
Wow.
Oh, and on another personal anecdote about Evita is I played Queen Esther Evita combo platter in a Purim musical parody called Don't Cry for Me, Achashverosh. You don't see that every day.
Well, it's so tough to rhyme. Do you have a little portion of that show? Do you remember?
Oh, I don't know. Stand back, Achashverosh, because you want to know what you're going to get in me.
Was Shea Guevara Chai Guevara?
He was Chai Guevara, actually.
Chai Guevara, because I just spit at the computer. All right, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, some of the cast from Bay Street's record-breaking 2018 production of Evita is performing a medley from the show. So here are Trent Saunders, Ariana Rosario, and Omar Lopez Cepero. Take it away.
Oh, what a circus, oh, what a show. Argentina has gone to town over the death of an actress called Eva Perón. We've all gone crazy, mourning all day and mourning all night, falling over ourselves to get all of the misery right. But who is this Santa Evita? Why all this howling, hysterical sorrow? What kind of goddess has lived among us? How will we ever get by without her?
It seems crazy, but you must believe there's nothing calculated, nothing planned. Please forgive me if I seem naive. I would never want to force your hand, but please understand I'd be good for you. I'd be surprisingly good for you.
Please go on, you enthrall me. I can understand you perfectly, and I like what I hear, what I see, and knowing me, I would be good for you too. There is no one at all, never has been and never will be a lover, male or female, who hasn't an eye on, in fact they rely on tricks they can try on their partner. They're hoping their lover will help them or keep them, support them, promote them, don't blame them, you're the same.
It won't be easy, you'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all that I've done. You won't believe me, all you will see is a girl you once knew, although she's dressed up to the nines, at sixes and sevens with you. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune and as for fame, I never invited them in, though it seemed to the world that they were all I desired. They are illusions, they are not the solutions they promised to be. The answer was here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Have I said too much? There's nothing more I can think of to say to you. But all you have to do is look at me to know that every word is true.
This year, the world lost one of its great playwrights, a wonderful, wonderful, moral, brilliant playwright. And Bay Street lost a good friend, because he liked it here. When you're talking about such a great playwright, why use words? They're futile. And sometimes a picture says 1,000 words, so here's a couple of thousand words in pictures of the dear Terence McNally. a great man whose personage and words left the world a better place. We'll miss him. Well, it's been a great night so far. I say maybe we have another glass of wine. Excuse me. Hello?
Rich, it's Ethel Merman. There's no business like show business.
Ethel, you're the only person who's louder than me, but I gotta tell you, there's no business like show business is not from the 70s. It's from the 40s. Annie Get Your Gun, which we successfully produced here last year.
I know that. And that's when I'm calling from, the golden age. You know, when I heard you were paying tribute to musicals from the 70s, I just had to call and introduce this next amazing performer. You saw him in 2017 at Bay Street in As You Like It, and most recently on Broadway in Hadestown, for which he won the Tony Award. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the original wizard himself, Andre DeShields.
Now, there are some things we all know, but we don't take them out and look at them very often. We all know that something is eternal. And it ain't houses, and it ain't names, and it ain't earth, and it ain't even the stars. Everybody knows in their bones that something is eternal, and that something has to do with human beings. All the greatest people ever lived have been telling us that for 5,000 years. And yet you'd be surprised how people are always losing hold of it. There's something way down deep that's eternal about every human being. If you believe within your heart, you know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe in yourself. I know you're right, because the time will come around when you say it's yours. Believe there's a reason to be. Believe you can make time stand still, and know from the moment you try, if you believe, I know you will. Believe in yourself right from the start. Believe in the magic inside your heart. Believe all these things, not because I told you to, but believe in yourselves. You must believe in yourself. Please believe in yourself.
That was Believe in Yourself, sung by Andre DeShields, who was the original Wiz in The Wiz, which went on to win the Best Musical Tony in 1975. It was written by William F. Brown, and Charlie Smalls did the music and lyrics. Pardon me. Hello? Oh, Bob Balaban. It's Bob Balaban. Are you with Lynn? He's with Lynn Grossman. She's a writer. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. We have so many talented friends here at Bay Street. Go ahead.
I believe that telling a story in front of a live audience fulfills a basic human need to communicate, to listen, and to be listened to. There's really nothing else like it. Unfortunately, of all the performing arts, it's the most endangered and the most fragile because it requires a large audience to sit close together for a sustained period of time. Now, Bay Street has been providing great entertainment for the last 30 years, meaningful, important, and deeply entertaining plays. They also have a great outreach program, a couple of them. One's called Literature Live, that invites kids, high school kids from all over Long Island, to come and see plays for free based on great literature. They also have a really good outreach to theater-loving neophytes all over the country, and over the last 30 years have provided hundreds and hundreds of kids with a place to practice, to learn, and to grow. It changes lives. I'm Bob Balaban, and I really hope you will do something to support Bay Street. We need you. Theater needs you, especially now. Thank you.
I'm always impressed by the amazing outreach Bay Street has to the diverse communities on the East End. For instance, after a performance of Annie, Get Your Gun, I attended a talkback with tribal leaders from the Shinnecock Nation, talking about the depiction of Indigenous people in theater and film, something I'm embarrassed to say I never really thought much about, but it was fascinating. And it turned a good evening of theater into a great evening of theater, and that's something that Bay Street does all the time.
I think theater is fuel for the soul. I think it brings us together as humans on many different levels. It's vital for us as human beings to have live theater.
Bay Street is a very important part of my life, and I feel so fortunate to have it. We do such great work. I'm really proud of so many of our productions. It's such a special place.
Every donation that you make is vitally important to the life of Bay Street.
Donate to Bay Street Theater now.
Here's to you, Bay Street. Long live Bay Street!
Step, 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 and repeat.
Hello, Fresh Direct. This is Rich.
Rich, it's Melissa Errico.
Melissa! It's Melissa Errico. Or as somebody once put it, the Maria Callas of the American musical theater. Melissa, did you call the talker? Please say you're going to sing something.
Yeah, I was sitting here and thinking about Stephen Sondheim.
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in mid-air. Send in the clouds. Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps tearing around, one who can't move. Where are the clouds? Send in the clouds. Just when I'd stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours. making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lines, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. But where are the clouds? Quick, send in the clouds. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. And where are the clouds? There ought to be clouds. Well, maybe next
Oh my God. The only thing that would make this okay if this was a phone call from Frank Sinatra. Hello?
Hey, Rich, Frank Sinatra, baby.
I knew it! Oh, Blue
Yeah,
Eyes.
that's right. Listen up, kid. I love what you're doing here. I hope those cats watching are still sending in lots of dough. You know I did a lot of fundraising back in the day.
Well, of course you did. You were the chairman of the board.
You know I did 16 nights on Broadway back in 1975.
Yes, sir, I did know that, with the Rat Pack.
Those schmucks, yeah, still a thorn in my side, even up here in the afterlife.
Really? Is that so?
So there's a musical you haven't mentioned, and it's really important. You guys doing anything from a chorus line?
Yes, sir. As a matter of fact, we are.
Good. So let's do it already, okay?
Yes, sir. All right. A chorus line. A musical about 17 dancers auditioning for a spot in a Broadway chorus line. It ran for over 6,000 performances and helped save the public theater. It became the longest-running show in Broadway history until another show by Sir Andrew finally passed it. Meow. Anyway, for our last song of the evening, we have the voice of Broadway, Tony Award winner Betty Buckley, who's appeared at Bay Street many times, and she's joined by so many friends of Bay Street Theater, brilliant actors who have worked here over the years. And they're here to tell us about what they did for love.
Kiss today goodbye. The sweetness and the sorrow. Wish me luck the same to you. But I can't regret what I did for love. What I did for love. Look, my eyes are dry.
The gift was ours to borrow.
It's as if we always knew.
And I won't forget what I did for love. What I did for love.
as we travel on. Love's what we'll remember.
Kiss the day goodbye
and point me towards tomorrow. We did what we had to do.
Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love.
What I did for love.
What I did for love.
Love is never gone as we travel on.
Love's what we'll remember. Kiss today goodbye
And point me toward tomorrow.
Point me toward tomorrow.
We did what we had to do. Won't forget, can't regret what I did for love.
What I did
What I did for love.
Thank you all. All you little people in those squares, you're huge to us. Let's show our love to Bay Street Theater that supports artists from every walk of life, works so hard to support our community here in Sag Harbor as well. All of the donation information is on the screen right now. You can text us, you can call us, or you go to baystreet.org following tonight's show, but do it soon so your dollars will be doubled. Pardon me. Hello? Oh, Fresh Direct. Who the hell needs you? You were merely a plot point, a comic device. So long, Busta. And so long to you, everybody. Thank you. It's been a great night. Thank you all for your help, for your donation. We miss you. We'll see you next summer.